I want to give a huge thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this episode. Therapy isn't something to run away from, it's a vessel to run towards. BetterHelp is the world's largest therapy service and it's 100% online, so break out your comfies. With BetterHelp, you can tap into a network of over 30,000 licensed and experienced therapists who can help you with a wide range of issues. To get started, you just answer a few questions about your needs and preferences in therapy. That way, BetterHelp can match you with the right therapist from their network. Then you talk to your therapist however you feel comfortable, whether it's via text, chat, phone, or video call. You can message your therapist at any time. Anytime. And schedule live sessions when it's convenient for you. No more fumbling to get a session on the calendar. You schedule based on when the time is right for you. If your therapist isn't the right fit for any reason, you can switch to a new therapist at no additional charge. Therapy changed my life for the better. Pun intended. And with BetterHelp, you get the same professionalism and quality you expect from in-office therapy, but with a therapist who is custom picked for you, more scheduling flexibility, and a more affordable price. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/Rocky. That's betterhelp.com/Rocky. Boy, oh boy, class, do we have a lesson today. I hope you have your pens and paper ready because school is in session. Do people use pen and paper in school? Or are they just using their laptops? If I was using a laptop in school, I would just be playing solitaire. I'm a sucker for the card cascade. Whatever you gotta use, just use it because I want to talk a little about concert etiquette. Maybe you go to a lot of concerts, or maybe you go to none. Maybe you've been to one concert, or maybe you've been to a ton. Maybe you cry wee, wee, wee all the way home. Regardless, I have a PhD in concert behavior, Concert Etiquette 101 from the Accredited School of Life. Not that I need to list my concert credentials to you, however, my first concert was Color Me Bad. Do, 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 I wanna sex you up. And we left. I said it was too loud. Bad concert etiquette on my part. Excellent display of my boundaries. Concerts bring out the ghouls, the goblins, the creeps, the freaks, bozos, the monsters, the mutants, the unhinged, and the Karens. Don't get me wrong, there are decent people there too. Plenty. I'd argue most people at concerts are decent and cool and just trying to make a good memory. But sometimes you get the trolls, you get the villains, you get the beasts, the demons, the savages. They'll slip up in there. Here are some tips to ensure that you act right at a concert. Don't get blackout drunk. Blackout drunk at a show is so pre-2020. And look, I'm not talking to you if you get blackout drunk and nobody knows it because you've learned to hide it so well through the years. You're not falling, you're not swaying, you're not swooping, you're not slooping. This message need not apply. Do what you want with your life, you tank. I'm talking to the others. And by the way, if blackout drunk is your only compass for being wild, may I suggest a threesome? If you're blackout, you don't remember the show. You likely are seated in a precariously high up section. Now, this could result in injury to yourself or you swaying and falling on a neighbor. Do you have I fell on someone at the Billie Eilish concert lawsuit money? No, you don't, because you spent all your money on Billie Eilish tickets. You want to get a little drunk at a concert? Fine. Max out at 3 drinks during the pregame. I haven't been blackout drunk at a concert since 2013, and I don't miss it. 11 years ago, Justin Timberlake. I mixed margaritas with Pinot Grigio with tequila shots. I texted my younger family members asking if they had heard of someone named The Weeknd. I hear he's pretty big now. You can follow my steps and you can keep everything in the HOV lane cruising through the night with laughs and pictures and a high like nothing but live music can give you. But Rocky, What if someone spills something on me?
It's a small price to pay to the party gods.
Baby, you're out in the wild, at a venue surrounded by animals. It could happen. Barring they don't dump a full pina colada on your head purposefully, give the concert goers the benefit of the doubt. It was probably an accident, and it probably wasn't intentional. That's what accident means. Wear clothing that's susceptible to concert woes, or an outfit that says, this is cute, but if I get dirt, vomit, food, or a drink on it, it won't be that big a deal. You might be saying to yourself, but why do they have to spill on me in the first place? I know. I agree. That's why I've been giving the concert etiquette rules, but not everybody might be listening to the podcast right now. They might not be caught up. They might not know. So just assume it was an accident. Wear an outfit that says, I look cute, but this is an arena, or a field, or a motherfucking jazz club. The tables are really close together there. Things could get hairy. Don't know what to say? Hey, your drink spilled on me a little bit. Just want to give you a heads up. You'll be able to tell from there if they want to engage in further conflict or if they genuinely fucked up. You've been alive this long. If I knew it was time for me to leave the Color Me Bad concert, you'll be able to tell what kind of state this person is in. I'm not saying be giggly about it when you tell them they spilled on you. You want them to be aware. But you know that quote, be the change you wish to see in the world. Don't invite anger and trouble. It's a fucking drink at a fucking concert. Now, if it happens again, same person, you have permission to proceed with bass in your voice. One big thing concerts attract are instigators. Instigators love to see a fight at a show. Then they love to get involved and make it worse so they can erratically film it and try to go Instagram live for their 37 followers. They want to make other people look bad. This is their whole purpose in life. We can do nothing about these people. As long as capitalism exists, they will exist. Meanwhile, they themselves look like they've been on a bender since Chicago's comeback tour in 2004. To which I say, congrats on all the free time, lady. I'll have what she's having. If you are provoked by an instigator at a concert, do not feed the animals. Moving on. Don't tell people to sit down just because at this part of the concert you're choosing to sit down. This is an arena or a festival space, not a movie theater. If you want people in front of you to sit down, buy the seats in front of you. And if you didn't purchase the seats in front of you, move your big dumb head to the left or right, or direct your attention to the screen. Because if you're telling someone to sit down in front of you, you're probably sitting in a section with screens. Adjust accordingly. In larger concert venues or concert venues that are both indoor and outdoor, people may smoke weed around you. Simply put, don't be a narc. Concerts bring out the cum of the crop. But if we all work on our own personal etiquette, honestly, the wilder we can get.
It's time for
Duh.
Party God Squad, hello. Did you have a good week? I sure hope so. If it wasn't a good week, well then guess what? We're in a new week. And this one's gonna be real good. Last Monday night, I had the privilege of going with my friends to see Madonna at Madison Square Garden. And let me tell you, Madonna puts on a show. This was not my first time seeing Madonna. When I graduated high school, I was given the option to have a graduation party or go see Madonna. And I'll be honest with you, I'm a material girl in a material world, and I don't regret not having a graduation party. And I don't regret seizing the day and going to see Madonna with my friends. I had heard some mumbles, grumbles, rumbles before the Madonna concert about how she doesn't dance enough, or she's getting older, so the show is different. Yeah, we're not going to see Madonna at peak Madonna. We're not waiting for her to drop the new hottest single and be on top of the pops again. Although Cher is in her 70s and her Christmas song fucking rocked. instant classic. It can happen at any age. All I'm saying is if you're going to see Madonna in concert, it's likely you're going to pay your respects to an icon, to a queen, to a trailblazer, to a legend. I don't need Madonna to be dancing how she was dancing when she was 45. I just want to see her. I just want to hear her. And guess what? She was dancing pretty crazy. She also had a lot of assistance from her backup dancers. I mean, the show was aesthetically beautiful. There was only one part. She was doing kind of an intergalactic song and she was lying down. That would have been a good time to take a pee break. But then I thought about it. What a genius. In the middle of your show, you just get to lay down on this comfortable platform, a mini nap, if you will. I think if most people could work in mini nap in their everyday jobs, guess what? They would. Nobody talks about when men are older doing concerts. I love him to death and he should be protected at all costs, but nobody's complaining that Willie Nelson isn't giving enough when he's in concert. The man is 90 years old. He sits in a chair, he plays his guitar, and he sings his heart out, and we all eat it up. Why? Because we're paying our respects to a legend. Madonna opened a lot of doors for a lot of people. I, for one, was happy to be there to say, thanks, girl. One note, sing fucking Material Girl. We're there for Material Girl. I don't know if people are there for Material Girl. I know I was waiting for Material Girl. She did such cool tributes to all her friends that passed away. That must be really comforting as an artist. Instead of saying goodbye to all these legends that you had the privilege to share company with, you get to just put them up on a jumbotron and have them by your side while you're performing. A note for Madison Square Garden, too. They didn't have the TVs on in the back. So there's just section on section on section that couldn't watch the show unless you were staring at the stage. I'm sorry, but aren't you like one of the most famous venues in the world? Fix the jumbotron. Their security guards, though, have jokes. Oh, those security guards have jokes for days. They really want you out of the concert venue when it's over. No dilly-dallying. My friend and I happened to be looking for a little bit of merch that we couldn't find. And as we're looking through the seats, the security's like, all right, move it along. Time to go. You ain't gotta go home. You know, all the classics. But really, they're rushing you out to go stand in a herd of people in a crowded stairwell. So I say, yeah, we're leaving. Rushing us out to go stand in a crowded stairwell. And then he says, yep, and you can pick any one. And then I thought, wow, that was good timing. That was really good timing. My whole mood changed. I forgot about the Fallen merch. And it was in that moment that I realized I'm a woman who's a sucker for a man with a comeback. So I blew him right there at the top of the stairs at Madison Square Garden. In front of everyone. I didn't blow him. But with timing like that, I thought about it. People are outraged that Margot Robbie wasn't nominated for an Academy Award. And I get it. Barbie fucking ruled. It grossed so much money, and she was so fantastic. Why wouldn't you nominate her for Best Female Actress in her category? I get it. Ryan Gosling put out a statement. Greta Gerwig wasn't nominated either. But Margot Robbie said, there's no way to feel sad when you're this blessed. What a beautiful statement to make. You will not rattle me, for I am Barbie. There is no little statue that can take away all the good that life has given me, is essentially what she's saying, right? Hey, people, chill. I'm good. My life is blessed beyond measure. And she's right. That's how we all have to look at our lives. Your own free will, the way you can spend your day, even if you don't have the choice to spend your entire day how you want it. Having a little sliver of it to spend how you want it. That's something to be grateful for. There's so much to be grateful for, and Margot Robbie reminded all the people of that. No one defines you or what makes you worthy. You know who you are. And if people want to be outraged about something in pop culture, let's direct our attention to Travis Kelce. Now, Travis Kelce has a hairstyle, and if you're unfamiliar with it, The hairstyle is called a fade. A fade is something originated by black culture. Now, a bunch of men are going into barbershops across America and asking for the Travis Kelce, as if this man invented this hairstyle. All you have to do is be aware and make someone else aware that this man did not invent this hairstyle. Therefore, he should not get credit for this hairstyle. It's February. It's Black History Month. I have no ill will towards Kansas City, but I would be remiss if I didn't tell you that this man did not invent this hairstyle. There is no hairstyle called the Travis Kelce. You can't put a W in front of an Oreo and call it a Wario. That's not how math works. Shout out to the band Hamilton Fish. My friend Jay is in it, twin brother of my friend Cynthia, and together they host the Sin and Twin podcast. I got to see Hamilton Fish live at Shillelagh Tavern in Queens. Cynthia hosted the show. It was a raucous punk rock time of a time, and I urge you to follow both the Sin and Twin podcast and Hamilton Fish. Maybe they'll be playing at a venue near you, and you can listen to the podcast on your ride over. Plus, we should be supporting our local artist friends the way we support these multi-million and billion-dollar commercial artists who provide us with great music, who get us through the rough times. I'm not taking anything away from commercial artistry. I'm a subscriber. All I'm saying is there's no harm in supporting and lifting up artists that you know and love. Plus, you might be introduced to some other cool artists along the way. You never know who you're going to meet. That brings us to Rocky's highest thoughts, my most stoned thoughts of the week. Number 1, it's a shame I don't know how to twerk because this ass is only getting fatter. Number 2, happy Black History Month. Really think critically about making the active choice to sleep with white men this month. Perhaps they sit February out with the option to renew at St. Patrick's Day. And number 3, calling it a sports bra was a good idea, because then you're an athlete on laundry day. If you haven't done so already, please like, share, and subscribe to the podcast. You can follow me at Wild Nights with Rocky on TikTok and Instagram, at Wild Nights Pod on Twitter. You can also subscribe on YouTube, where I have extended interviews with all of my past guests. If you'd like to support the show with your wallet, you can join my Patreon for $2 or $5 a month. A big thank you and a future thank you to everyone who's written and everyone who will write a review on Apple Podcasts when this episode is over. It really does make a difference. And until next time, stay wild.